Good morning, Cavaliers. It's Coach Sneed, man. We've got a great week, and I'm telling you, I'm excited. I'm excited about seeing the kids who are future Cavaliers. Maybe some of them aren't, but they'll be coming from all over the county here to Calvert High to enjoy some time with you. Yes, that's right. You guys and gals are really the most important part of this whole puzzle. And without you guys, the experience is never the same. They're going to come and they're going to enjoy seeing me, and they're going to enjoy seeing those coaches, and they're going to enjoy playing some football or doing some cheering. All that's true. But in reality, what they go away remembering the most is the interaction they had with big time Cavalier cheerleaders and football players. So that's really what I want to talk to you about this morning. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page and that we understood exactly what is expected of you and how things should look to ensure that you are reverend as someone special, both to the kids, to the parents, and you honor that blue and gold the way you always like to do. And so, first and foremost, I want you to first think of yourself in the idea of being a coach. Now, you don't have all the answers. We know that. You won't know how to do everything that a coach does. And that's really not what I'm saying. Because as a coach, I'm a coach, and there's times that I don't know. And so I don't want to go out there and teach or instruct you in something that I don't know about. And so I'll go back and I'll research and figure it out. You guys probably won't have time to do that. So when I say think of a coach, I want you to look at the coaches out there, our coaches, and see how they do things. Understand that a lot of times they're setting up prior to a drill. They're getting things staged. They're not standing around. They're engaged with the athletes. They're paying attention to all campers, not just the ones that are necessarily in the drill. Their eyes are always up. They're always focused. They're always smiling, and they're always bringing positivity. Those are the type of things that you could do to emulate one of the coaches out there. And that's what I'd like for you to do. I also would like for you to think of yourself as what would it look like and what would you like it to look like if you were a parent? There's going to be a lot of parents out there today. They're going to be watching their kids. I encourage them to do so because I'll be honest with you. I am proud of you all. I am proud to be a Cavalier, and I am proud of the way we do things. And so I want our parents and I want the youth coaches, I want people to be here and to be able to see how we do things. Maybe they can learn something, or maybe they could give me some advice on things that we could do better. But I want you all to shine. And so I want them to see that. And so if you were sitting in that chair on the sidelines watching your son go, how would you want those camp counselors to be? And lastly, this is probably the most important. If you were one of those campers, and I know for some of you guys, it was 2 years ago we had our last camp, and you were ninth graders. Anthony, Stevie, Aaron, Jordan, you guys were all ninth graders coming to this camp. And we can all picture ourselves at any camp and think about, what would it look like and what would we like it to be and what would bring me the most joy and excitement after leaving this camp? What would make me want to come back? What would make me want to be the best football player, the best person I could be after leaving this camp? And that's the things you have to think about when you come out here to do this. Now, I'm going to give you some points, some things that you need to understand. First and foremost, I know that we're all attached to phones. And be truthful, out there in that field, the registration that we have linked up with Riser events is linked to my phone. And so I'll be on there checking registrations. If I've got an issue or there's a medical emergency, I'll be checking my phone to ensure that I have the correct contact information to get a hold of a parent. But they'll never see me using that phone in a negligent manner. They'll never see me using that phone when I should be instructing. They won't see me Snapchatting. They won't see me doing anything with TikTok. They won't see me doing any of those things when there's instruction going on, because our camp, our kids, you all, and our coaches are my most important responsibility. And so I want you to think about that. I want you to keep the phones away unless you really got to pull one out to contact a parent or something like that, or you got to give Coach Sneed or one of the coaches a call that you can't find because something happened on the field. Because see, here's what happens. If something does happen on the field and you're over in the corner on the phone, that's a liability. And that's something that these parents could, be upset about. It's something that I could pay dearly for. And so we don't want to be engaged in that. The next thing is professional look. Holy cow. I love the blue and gold. I love it. And we'll have shirts and stuff to wear tonight that you guys can turn in each night, and I'll wash and give them back to you the next day. It's on you, though, to turn them in. And if you don't turn them in, you're required to wear them the next day, and we won't have extras. But those shirts are important because I want, again, the spotlight to be on you guys as representation of our program and our school. And so I want people to understand and see who you are and where you're at. It also distinguishes us from the campers so that we can easily identify those who should be doing something or are doing something, or when we need help, we can gather and get somebody quickly. But with that, you're going to be wearing your own shorts. You're going to be wearing, shoes. And I want to make sure that the shorts are pulled up, and I want to make sure that we're wearing shoes. Cleats are fine. No Crocs, no flip flops. Not on the field. Again, you're thinking yourself as a coach, and how can you jump in and do a drill when you're wearing Crocs? All right, this is all important, and so I want to make sure you understand that. All right. The next thing, timeliness. Today, we want you guys here as close to 4:30 as possible to make sure that we have everything set up. I'm big on that. I don't think that it'll take us, an hour and a half to make sure things are set up, but I know the campers can be showing up between 5:15 and 5:30. And so I don't want you guys running around trying to set the field up at 5:15, 5:30. We want to have that done so that way when the kids come in, you're going to be assigned certain groups to look after and groups that kind of help out with and move to the field. So I want you to be sure that you guys are locked in and the fields are ready to rock and roll. We're going to have several different camp sections. 103, 102 are going to kind of operate together. And Coach Payne and Coach Johnson are going to be running that. And we'll have some guys working with them. And then I'll be running the 101 camp, which is with our younger campers from, first grade all the way up through fifth grade. And of course, Miss Lakazi and Coach Nikki are going to be working with the cheerleaders, and they're going to be doing their thing on another part of the campus. So, with that being said, we want to make sure that you guys lock in, and whatever those coaches need you to get, you have ready to go out there. After today, I don't think we'll need to be here at 4:30. Probably 5 o'clock would be most appropriate for you all, but make sure you're here in a timely fashion, and make sure we don't leave. No one leaves until things are cleaned up and put away. We don't want to leave this place a mess, and we will make sure that we have accountability of everything and it all returns safely. Balls, bags, cones, all those things that you guys understand that we need each day we got to practice. All right. The next thing, communication. Communication is key. If you don't know something, ask a coach. If you want to know something, ask a coach. If there's something you don't know about, or if you have a concern or you don't know how to handle a kid, you're not there to handle the kid. Just send them to me or reach out to me. If you're not going to be on time, text me, let me know. All right. If you're going to be missing a day because you're sick, let us know. Communication is vital, and that's always important. Again, these are all the professional responsibilities that we have as coaches that you guys need to hold up to as well. All right. And then lastly, guys, I think it's important that you guys understand that we don't huddle together. And what I mean by that is sometimes I see it through weight training. We have a pocket of guys who will get together and they forget why we're in there and they want to catch up and they want to socialize, which I think is really cool. It's part of the bond that we create and the brotherhood that's important for us. But on this field, there's going to be 10,000 things to do. And when you don't know what to do, then you need to be looking around because there's still things to do. It could be, picking up a bag, moving, could be holding a bag, it could be helping a kid out. There's always coaching to be done. We're at a camp. And so even if you don't know what they're doing, you can look at a coach and say, okay, coach, he's teaching them how to get my hands. I know coaches talked about getting balance on their feet and their hands. Let's figure out how to do that. And so let's go ahead and always be engaged. It does not mean you can't talk to your friends. It's not like that at all. I just want to caution you that sometimes when we end up going to a friend and we talk, when I do it sometimes as a coach, and I go over and ask a coach a question, that question turns into a conversation, and all of a sudden we've been there for 5 to 6 minutes, and we've taken our eyes off the campers. And so again, going back to the three key expectations, what does that look like to the parent? What does that look like to the kid? And what does that look like when you think of yourself as a coach? And so the last thing I want to kind of bring us all together with is this is the most important piece. You guys have had a great summer. And I say guys and gals. We've had a great summer. We're coming off a great year. We're going into a great year and the year that I'm truly excited about. And that's got to make you excited. That's got to give you some energy from places that you don't know about. I know we've been pushing and some of you guys have been extremely gassed and you find something more. And that's the kind of thing that we need to invest in and understand ourselves about. But what I want you to do to this week is bring that juice, man. Bring the energy. Be loud, be crazy, have fun, enjoy yourselves, be safe, keep the kids safe. And again, remember that this is about Calvert High. It's about bringing people to our school and letting them understand what we're about, giving them a memorable moment that they'll never forget. I love you. I'm proud to lead you. I can't wait to see you. And let's talk again this afternoon and let's get our minds right because it's on. Boom.